love to all of my crew and everybody who lives with me. Giving you an introduction to my philosophy, constructing my vision after rush hour submission in blazing hot conditions, jostling for position on the status wheel. Hope before feel, grow before appeal. You'll open to show my skill, dealing with the fake, suited up in apparel. Narrow-minded, it's so rare to pair off and find a soul in which you share a common goal, and it's even rare to get through without errors. Breaking down barriers to escape the terror, crossing borders into the forbidden area, leaving the stagnant boundaries, inviting a magnum pull to outstanding writing, understanding and conflict resolutions, contain complicated solutions. There's a fine line between sanity and mental pollutions, and I've walked a tippy-toed on a high wire, centering my balance with desire. These lyrics hold keys, the healing power revealed. These lyrics hold keys, the healing power revealed. My shit's categorized as tech, laboratorized, formalized, proofread, then fed into your head. Carving that starving mind up is scene one, giving it back to you is scene two. And now that we are thoroughly on cue, you'll only feel a little pinch, then notice some swelling as it grows, jet propelling into mind melting. My brain flow is a combination of volcanoes and rainbows, and I never get demonical, though it's quite possible when shooting down stars astronomical, turning intolerable bitches into fossils, fragments of the stagnant king like asteroid fields and magnets. And I imagine too much about you helping me in a psychotic scenario in which our minds are set free. These lyrics hold keys, the healing power revealed. 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 A simple question, a little suggestion for progression causes hesitation, which typically leads to hate. The human mind needs some form of escapism. Too much favoritism and plagiarism got me taking steps back, north, south, left, right. But I check the mic with D-Light, relight the torch, and taking place in a deadly sport. Giving power like Thor seems to distort. Imported, exported, reported to the court, important details in fine print. All of this to get your mind bent. Time spent in long lines, sparks and killer instinct, rhymes sharp like shark's teeth and coral reef. So scientifically, mine specifically, my outlook's beyond the shortcomings of the industry and aimed more toward the end of the century. I'm strategic in most activities, but sometimes I'm just searching. The static electricity in my existence is now converging. The process of birthing and emerging. I'm a mental toddler, teething like Goldie, with a crystal clear vision of the immediate future like Adobe. I'm graphic, pornomatic, perverted by Koro, witch, holy magic. And when the storm rolled around, I took my chance in advance, y'all. Special dedication for all the ladies out there. You know who you are. Select few. From the heart of Just I. I step out of the smoke screen, feeling saucy like a fiend. Destination movie screen, looking for nothing but the obscene, shooting intoxicated gleam. And all you lost adolescents, selling your essence for caresses and devilish possessions and a presence on a death list. But I had somewhere to go. My heart was being told and my mind had no control. I was a servant to this bitch, I think she called it love. Surrounded by negatives and I could not get above. Her creators through the plot, she manipulated thoughts and discharged teardrops through her genitals in my face, which turned to minerals I couldn't replace. Such a pivotal time to waste, but I accept that 6 months gone. Watch with a bitter heart as my crew finally moved on. Until this day, we never even finished one fucking song. That shit was fucked up. And that was a fucking shame too, cause we were dope. Problematic, the systematic rabbit sequence addict, taking hella steps backward, trying to live a life that's too damn lavish. I ain't finished, feeling famished, so I replenish, but that's just wrong. How can 2 days out of the week make tomorrow look so bleak? It's what I seek. The other gender's offerings to stop things. My vision blurred and my language slurred, but it's hard for me to stop things. The reproductive suction cup seductive, I feel abducted. I tamper with my mind and I woke up feeling unkind. I'll blame it on the wine. I was framed, it ain't my time. It ain't my time, hell the fuck no. My time has passed. it happen. Everything worked out so good. The right time for our actions to be misunderstood. Satisfaction, personal grievances, gratitude, grateful, hateful emotions run rampant. Both sides were so debatable. Under the snake base and angelic keys, reality was swept into abnormality. A useless formality between former friends, feeling the ceiling fan. Save yourself, tender your intentions. I'm the last one, vocabulary fastened. I cross paths with trolls and seductresses. On my quest for the unseen, they tell me it's something with death in the bloodstream and bloodshot eyes. How could my blood brother lie? The sky spits on the hopeless. Now I show no emotion. Communicate through meditation and practice my craft with immense dedication. Feeling the rhythm, she walked up. We had both drinking from the cup. I'm thinking, what is this familiar face doing in such a peculiar place? Picturing the fine mixture it would take to get with her. She should have told me I had no chance. My moment had passed. This so-called soul connection had only a little time to last. And time goes so fast. After a second I felt the disconnection. Misinterpretation, fly away from the station. My last hope, disintegration. She's one with imitation, intimidated by her limitations. And her inclination was to replace the past with a half-ass facsimile, similar to me. I watched hopelessly. It wasn't her bad, I know it's me. I know it's me. I just do not know. Where am I going? I'm just traveling, here I cruising, going about my own confusion. Lost in a crooked park of amusement in search of my two brothers. One's older, one's younger, stolen while drunk in a storm of dark thunder. The hunger pains and paranoia stains and points in the direction of unemployed past. Staged by ones who kidnap regardless of age. Empty bodies with no face to wear top hats with hooded cloaks to hide old raps and match cufflinks to keep up ragged torn sleeves. It seems they levitate motionless. It's hard to explain how they move amongst hills of weeds, stealth unseen with minus weight and speed. With broken bottles, queens raped, murdered on the mountain where the gallows stand. Old and splintered, ancient mixtures of words recited at the same time can cause the beam of violet light that shine through broken windows of phones who left their blinds open. On chill October nights, perverted minds peek through keyholes. What doesn't seem behold but lost souls in the grasp of half-naked females relaxed on satin couches laughing, yellow fangs exposed. If only the sun survived, he'd have a violent graphic story to be told.
From above the clouds hover, one by one the sun's solar rays become covered as days of thunder turn into nights of lightning, igniting the electrically charged circuitry of insight while enlightening the brightly blinding shining luminance of fluorescent lights from mentally energized electricity, excessively striking twice with authenticity. These electric bolts of a high voltage sends a jolting convulsion through the skull's vicinity, captivating the crane's capacity, compatibly capturing the capability of conjuring, controlling, as well as commanding the continuously expanding talent of harming harmonies by harnessing the arming of an army of hurricanes harmlessly, honorably with honesty, but with no informing of a warning. I summon the swarming of the hundreds horrendously humongous storming typhoony monsoons. On a pontoon, me and my platoon patrol through the blue lagoon, armed with melodically sharp and hypnotic harmonic harpoons that are soon to symbolically harm the karma of neurotic robotic livestocks frolicking the pharma cartoons that are animated by an illustrator, reanimating the fates of characters from our moon.
Improbable shifting molecules, changing dangerous solubles into weapons biological. Stepping into the shoes of God, I was born in a pod. Behind a facade of a human appearance, my experience was a mirage in the desert, evaporating into a sunset of dark shades in a human landscape, shifting tectonic plates, destroying your electronic escape, falling backwards into deep space, watching mental breakdowns with greedy eyes, giving high fives to the highlight of my high life, watching twilights with BC, first high up in the universe so discreetly, feeling magnificent, more significant than the ignorant, consumed up by the feeble-minded. You know the blinded, your own actions, the provided. I found solace in the recited accounts. Drowned in a pool of doubt and uneasiness. It's that queasiness that I was so unpleased with. And being happy and at peace was the only long-term goal. So me breaking away from you was such a strong turn, ho. You can't wallow in the anguish that shit seeps into the bloodstream. Intoxicated with hate complicates two people constructing, corrupting the outlook. Frozen attitudes now took precedent. And upon digesting a healthy portion of facts and opinions, I feel the shell of reality has been stretched to the limit. So I inhabit a parallel universe, which is reminiscent of the way God first envisioned the earth. Submerged in a verse of words, I flirt with peace but got dissed and went on a blind date with hate. The bitch was sweet. A rapping mind movement, congruent, a fluent speech executed for the truth I speak. All that I seek has been torn. I'm reborn and removed. Reactions to the reused, I refused and walked my own path, not seen on a map. These tracks are peace and understanding. The rhythm, one human being's vision. Now I'm demanding and expanding, spanning throughout the walls of the collapse. And a windshield ice cap powered like a windmill, seeking solar hope. In a polar choke, invoking ancient formulas. Behold, I search my soul, let the manuscript unfold. Unearth the code, let the warns come forth with open arms and heal the broken charms. The music stripped of all its grace, locked up in a place void of any hearing and touching. I'm sensing and erupting, corrupting the corrupted. There will be no more interruptions. I'm a fully functional, operational being with the sense of ESP, igniting my predictions over an EPS drenched drum, sending that worn out wench home. Don't even trip. Time won't stop. Your life is on the clock. There's a limit on everything. The only gimmick is the infinite. Time won't stop. Your life is on the clock. There's a limit on everything. The only gimmick is the infinite. Time won't stop. Your life is on the clock. There's a limit on everything. The only gimmick is the infinite. Time won't stop. Your life is on the clock. There's a limit on everything. The only gimmick is the infinite. The present is a gift, accept your reward. Move forward with the presence of a Lord. Draw that sword, play God. The laws and the laws of society don't apply. The hands of the clock, they fly, so you're better off to try. I inhabited an inhibited state, limited or holding back. Now I'm on the attack of the 4-track and the 12-pack. Questing for heaven because I know that hell's lacking in the qualities in which I live my life, the policy, and it's all in me. I solemnly swear to give this music a rebirth within the time constraints, the hurt, the angst upon the earth. A ghostly wind flutters the pages of an ancient calendar. In desolate times and desperate rhymes, well, don't even trip because time is mine. It's mine. It's mine. I claim that shit now. It's mine. Another one of them happy songs. Find me some good shit. Time won't stop. Your life is on the clock. There's a limit on everything. The only gimmick is the infinite. Time won't stop. Your life is on the clock. There's a limit on everything. The only gimmick is the infinite. Time won't stop. Your life is on the clock. There's a limit on everything. The only gimmick is the infinite. Time won't stop. Your life is on the clock. There's a limit on everything. The only gimmick is the infinite. Welcome to my awakening. We're about to wake up into the side B of my tape, and I hope you can feel this. It's a whole contrast of styles. It's a bitter contrast. Bitter contrast. Side B, the love side. Check it out. Check it out. This is a song called Awaken. It's my awakening. It's very dear to my heart. Very dear to my heart. Hope you can feel it. I hope you can feel it. I keep grounded, gradually growing, my mind surrounded by profound threads and possibilities unsaid. Let the hostility be dead. I tread through dirty elements. Hip-hop's my stomping ground, and in it I'm an elephant boy. I'm eloquent on this mic, a virtuous Virgo, victorious over the inferno of a glorious passion. But I got out of that shit before it could begin slashing me up. Took a splash into the lake of love with a swan dive, but I was more like a dove, no longer haunted. Standing powerful, undaunted within a complete spring. Please don't let me recollect of such sweet things from my memory. I had to sweep clean. See, I'm a young soul, and everything seems so meaningful. This education process was never once though. I played the role, felt the cold, stole what was meant to be sold and paid the toll, and I'm at liberty to choose my path. I ran fast and didn't look back. Greetings from happiness in a town called peace, in a world of understanding and love. I told you that we would keep in touch, and I keep the rush of my awakening at a close distance to remind me of the disgust, dislike, and distrust of what has thoroughly been discussed and defined as mental hell. See, there comes a time when you gotta stop running away from your own mind. Stop running away from yourself. You gotta wake up. That's what I did. I woke up. It's been awakened. Season staring, season staring. By your hip-hop reception, I exist in a persona of reflection, and I love conception. Don't deny the connection between you and I. We've been there, we're now here. The facts are also clear. What should you do when you encounter the time counter speeding up your demise? You beg and plead, they planted that seed and now they want you to die. To try is the blueprint for succeeding, successfully impeding the weekly limits placed upon us in a frigid temperature. Calculating the digits, they were sent for the sustaining of a rigid way of viewing each other. So what you've taken is mistaken for what is yet to be discovered. Awakening to creation, a relationship with destination and wealth. I keep away from the field, and I can tell by the energy you exert that your life has been dominated by hurt. I clean your brain with embalming fluid and do it by calming your mood. I did not mean to intrude, but this will better your attitude. And I like to elude that divinity is imminent in a trinity or a tenement. The militant and the innocent all stem from a minuscule particle turning minerals into a heart full of sorrow. And we don't even know if tomorrow will still exist, but still I persist with this. You shot at me and missed, and I guess that's why you got this. They tried to hurt what could not be touched. They tried to kill what wouldn't die. I walk around with a model that follows me everywhere that I go, just to remind me what it's good to be alive. They tried to hurt what could not be touched. They tried to kill what wouldn't die. I walk around with a model that follows me everywhere that I go, just to remind me that it's good to be alive. Enter your freedom, your life is a kingdom. Rule it with authority, use the whole majority of the population, meaning thoughts and observations. Discovery sensations give you feelings of explorations. And when you have more patience, you can come to realizations about ancient civilizations that have progressed or ended up vacant. And their codes of operation should be recognized and not penalized. No foul play in my enterprise. The weak have been desensitized, exposed, disarmed and unclothed. Disposed, disarmed and unclothed. movement, congruent to a fluent speech, executed for the truth that I speak. All that I seek has been torn. I'm reborn and removed. Reactions to the reused, I refused and walk my own path, not seen on the map. These tracks are peace and understanding, the rhythm on human beings' vision. Now I'm demanding and expanding, spanning throughout the walls of the collapse. In a wind-chilled ice cap, powered like a windmill, seeking solar hope. In a polar choke, invoking ancient formulas, behold. I search my soul, let the manuscript unfold, unearth the code. Let the warmth come forth with open arms and heal the broken charms. The music stripped of all its grace, locked up in a place void of any hearing and touching. I'm sensing, interrupting, corrupting the corrupted. There will be no more interruptions. I'm a fully functional, operational being with a sense of ESP, igniting my predictions over EPS-drenched drone, sending that worn-out wench home. She's gone. Time won't stop. Your life is on the clock. There's a limit on everything. The only gimmick is the infinite. Time won't stop. Your life is on the clock. There's a limit on everything. The only gimmick is the infinite. Time won't stop. Your life is on the clock. There's a limit on everything. The only gimmick is the infinite. Time won't stop. Your life is on the clock. There's a limit on everything. The only gimmick is the infinite. The present is a gift, accept your reward, move forward with the presence of a Lord, draw that sword, play God. The laws and the flaws of society don't apply, the hands of the clock they fly, so you're better off to try. I inhabited an inhibited state, limited to holding back. Now I'm on the attack with a 4-track and a 12-pack, questing for heaven because I know that hell's lacking the qualities in which I live my life, the policy, and it's all of me. I solemnly swear to give this music a rebirth, within the time constraints, the hurt, the angst upon the earth. A ghostly wind flutters the pages of an ancient calendar, in desolate times with desperate rhymes. Well, don't even trip because time is mine. It's mine. I claim that shit now. Another one of them happy songs. Time won't stop. Your life is on the clock. There's a limit on everything. The only gimmick is the infinite. Time won't stop. Your life is on the clock. There's a limit on everything. The only gimmick is the infinite. Time won't stop. Your life is on the clock. There's a limit on everything. The only gimmick is the infinite. Time won't stop. Your life is on the clock. There's a limit on everything. The only gimmick is the infinite. Put faith in myself by assuming and accepting, expecting a blooming. I took excursions to greater tunings. Now I don't accommodate the imbalance. No longer an accomplice, striving to accelerate to what can be accomplished, accounting for all the promise and the guarantees. Oh, these great guarantees, but apparently these guarantees had transparencies and were in need of a more detailed translation. What I perceived as reality, others called exaggeration. Fuck that, end of my attempt for adaptation. Watch as hate turns to love in an instant. Witness this persistence. I'm thankful for the great amounts of distance that separates incisions of pain from the visions I've gained. This wisdom has been maimed and abused. The road that I choose is less used and new to me. I shun riddles and pursue brilliant authenticity. I'm an author of athletic compositions. I move invisibly and explore the environment of my development with intricity, following intrigue and moving away from the indigenous opposing forces. This course can bring happiness and joy, despair and anguish, but don't let it destroy the shit in which you came with. I've seen the strangest of things become plain dangerous in plain daylight, described in this plain language. But watch it stay tight and stay right with me and my brothers. Forgotten, we forgot about the plot that involved stopping. See that skull in a hoodie by his coffin, watching and laughing. Fucking, we passed it. We passed him. upon waking up and experiencing a new day. I've experienced a new way of watching the sun's rays give me life. I went from a child unsure of my abilities, now I puncture facilities of the brain, using agility with words and fertility of ideas. I don't make music for the hateful and the closed-minded. This is me, Justin Morales, born in Campbell, moved to Santa Clara on a gamble, discovered how to handle hate, fake friends. I don't need motivation to take them out. They took themselves out of the contest. I stayed honest and drowned in promise. Upon us is a lengthy conquest, fighting off overnight MCs wearing their ego on the sleeves of their pajamas. Tune in your antennas and experience the advantage of being centered. I exist within a group of members who have entered the profession of contenders and pretenders, pretending to be defenders of my music. My music, my music, mine, oh mine, oh mine, oh mine.